Yes, yes, yes. What up, y'all? I'm here with my new bestie from YouTube. It's
Ruben's Random Sandwich.
I'm a fan, you guys. Okay, so if you're planning on cruising the 7 Seas, you have to subscribe to this channel, no doubt. But at the end of the video, I'll definitely drop his information in the description so you can subscribe and watch too. But hey, thanks for joining with me today on CaligurlDesigner.
Thanks for having me. I'm so excited.
So we're cruising the
Carnival Panorama.
Yes, and so I was my first cruise, you guys. I was super freaked out. So I'm over here trying to find out, like, am I gonna cruise? Am I gonna get motion sickness? What do I bring? How does it go? And so I find this guy's channel, and he's giving me the game on how to survive on this cruise. So I feel like I'm pretty well prepared, kind of. But let's talk about other things besides just cruising. We'll get to that because I feel like you're one of the experts. But let's just talk about who you are. Introduce yourself to my friends here.
Okay, let's see. Well, my name's Ruben again. Let's see. What do you want to know? My name's
Ruben?
Yeah, I don't know.
So, I'm also a digital nomad. I feel like you cruise a lot, so you must be a digital nomad too.
What would you say that means?
It just means someone who works wherever you are.
Okay. Okay, so how about this? So I do have a home base, so I call San Diego my home. So shout out to all these San Diego people. I would say I'm a part-time digital nomad. So I love cruising a lot, and then, I also have, my actual work business. So I do work on my cruise ships as well. So in that case, like, I do kind of a digital nomad in that sense. I also travel a lot for work, so I am traveling a lot. I'm on cruises a lot, and I am the type of person that I love to mix work and play together. So to me, it's not really work or vacation. That's just my life, is those two things together.
Yeah, where do we sign up for that, you guys, right? Okay, so that's dope. So it's cruising is just life. It's not even really vacation for you. You vlog so well about it too. Like, I can't keep saying how much of a fan I am. So how many cruises have you been on?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm not actually sure.
Give me a roundabout number.
12, 13, 14.
13, 14 cruises?
I'm not sure, something like that, yeah.
Are they all Carnival?
Except for 2. So I took 2 cruises when I was little. We did Royal Caribbean and Disney. But as an adult, on my own, I started all Carnival, and I've been doing Carnival. So I just love Carnival. So
yeah. Sorry, it's windy, you guys. We just set sail from Cabo San Lucas on day 4. Is this day 4 or day 3 of our cruise? Sunday, Monday,
who knows?
I think this is day 4. And so, yeah, you can see our beautiful background. But anyway, back to Ruben.
It's kind of like ASMR. So if you're into that, just hopefully, yeah.
Yes. What made you start doing this cruise thing?
Okay, so actually I was working, and a friend of mine at work said, Ruben, you need to take a vacation. He's like, you should go on a cruise. Because at the time I was pre-rich. I still say that I'm pre-rich, so I'm not like rolling deep. But my friend said, you should take a vacation. I'm like, I was pinching my pennies, and he said, you should go on a cruise because they're a great value. And I'm like, okay. So I looked it up. He's like, you should go on Carnival. So I looked it up, and I went, and I had so much fun that at first I was like, okay, I'm going to do this maybe once a year or every other year. And I kind of did that. And then I just started cruising more and then more. And then I made a video about it, just kind of a tour of a ship. And then some of my friends were like, oh, that looks like so much fun. And I had kind of watched, I watched all these YouTube videos, kind of learn what was going on with cruising. And I'm like, okay, instead of just telling my friends what to do, let me just make a YouTube video with all my kind of tips that I figured out. So I made that, and then those first 2 videos just kind of started taking off. And I'm like, wow, this is, 1, really fun, and then 2, if I can turn this into a tax write-off, let's go. So that's kind of how things started.
Yes, well, we thank you for having your channel because you super prepared me. Look, you guys, I even got my motion bracelets on just in case. I'm not a medicine girl, but I tried as much holistic ways as I can to combat the motion sickness, but so far it's been good. So what are some food options on this cruise ship, and how do you rate them as far as what's your favorite? Okay,
great question. Okay, let's start off with this. I'm going to give you 2 main categories. So I'm going to talk about Carnival. So if I say cruise ship, just know that I'm talking about Carnival, because that's kind of what I know. I like to joke at the beginning of my videos that I'm not a cruise expert, so don't quote me on any of this. This is just what I think I know. I'm wrong a lot, so fact check me. Okay, but here it is. So there are two main categories of food. There is the included food. I would say free, but people would say, oh, it's not free, it's included. Included. Basically, you don't have to pay extra because you've already paid for it with part of your cruise. Right. It's included. So that's the first main category. And then there's specialty dining, which is you have to pay extra for it. So first off, if you've never cruised before, my recommendation is just try all the included food because it's already there. On the Panorama, there are so many options. If I can think, I'm going to see if I can remember. I'm going to give you the option to not go to first, and that's the buffet, because in my opinion, it's probably the worst of all the food. It's great if you're like, oh, I just want to run by, grab something, or oh, I just want a little this or that. Here are a couple tricks. The gelato on the Panorama is up in the buffet. Highly recommend that. A lot of people love swirls. It's the ice cream. The gelato is better. So if you are going to go to the buffet, get the gelato. So there are tons of other included options. So you've got 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐿 Burger. You've got for burgers. Well, 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐿 Burger for burgers. You've got Blue Iguana Cantina for Mexican food. You've got let's see what else. Oh, okay. So on Embarkation Day and Sea Days, you've got 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐿 Pig and Anchor Barbecue for lunch. That's also included. Let's see. You've got
the Italian pizza place.
Pizza, yes. Cucina del Capitano, that's pizza. So that is on deck 10 aft. That is also included. I'm trying to think of the other included things. I think that is... Oh, and then, okay. There's the main dining restaurant, main dining room, or MDR, as a lot of people call it. So if you're first time on a cruise, after the MDR, people will think you know what you're talking about. Okay, so the MDR, that is kind of... They do both breakfast and dinner. Breakfast on Sea Days is something special called Sea Day Brunch. That is awesome. I love doing that. There's also something called Tea Time. This is on both Sea Days from 3 to 4 p.m. Just kind of like little finger snack, food, dessert things, and tea. So you can do that. But the main dining room MDR it's just kind of like the staple cruise food. It's fun. They've got shows. People are dancing. It's just kind of fun. The food is, I'll say it this way. The food is much better than the buffet. If you are a foodie, it might not be for you. So I would say it's decent. It's not quite like Denny's. It's better than that, but it's also not like, I was going to say Mr. A's, but that's San Diego. It's not like fancy dining. I'll get to that later. But for most people, it's decent. I like it. I'm kind of the type of person where I can go to IHOP and sometimes I'll enjoy an IHOP steak. But for some people who are vegan, that's going to be different. However, there are also gluten-free and vegan options. Well, not vegan, vegetarian, yeah. Right? So at least in the main dining room, there are gluten-free and vegetarian options.
They have a vegan menu now, Carnival.
Is it now?
They
okay.
They rolled it out a year ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I remember, that's why I wasn't sure if it was vegetarian or vegan. So it is vegan.
Yes, they have a whole vegan menu, yeah.
Okay, so how you get there is first of all, you want to download the Carnival Hub app because you can use that to look up all the menus. So when you go for the main dining room, you just swipe, and then that will show you it'll show you the drink menus, and then some of the other ones like gluten-free and I guess vegan. Uh-huh. Learn something new. Awesome. Okay, let's see. So okay. So last of the included options is this special. Is if you've got, it's Cucina del Capitano and 𝐃𝐨𝐵𝐿's. So those are specialty dining restaurants in the sense you have to pay for them. But if you go during lunch, they're free or included. So go check those out because it's awesome. Yeah. So it's kind of like a little sampler. It's almost like a little amuse-bouche, a little appetizer. It's not as good as the dinner, but it's a great free option. And it's a great way to kind of test it out and see, hey, do I want to try this out? It's kind of like your first date or maybe like a mini half date. So try it out, see if you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to try it out, and then you can pay. I've done both of them. So 𝐃𝐨𝐵𝐿's and Cucina, they are great deals for the money. I think it's like $24 for dinner. It's a ton of food, like a lot. Most people can't finish it all. And it's really good. I actually really like it. So here's what I'll say, and now we'll get into the specialty dining is, again, if you've never been on Carnival, never been on the Panorama, do all the included food first, including like Cucina and 𝐃𝐨𝐵𝐿's. if you've been on the ship a few times, you're like, oh, I've eaten everything that's included. Check these places out because these are the least expensive. So other than, let me go into the specialty dining. So probably the least expensive specialty dining is, well, one, it's Java Blue Cafe. That's just if you want to buy coffee. Yes, there's included coffee up at the buffet, but if you want like a little bit nicer, you can go to Java Blue. Least expensive. Then stepping up, you've got Bonsai Sushi. So that's like, I don't know, like $10. You can buy like a couple dollars for a sushi roll. So that's like the least expensive of the paid specialty dining. And then you've got Cucina del Capitan and Gigi's. I think it's like $24. Oh, one other thing is anytime you buy a drink, you buy food, alcohol, something like that, there is something, it's an included gratuity, it's 18%, it gets added onto your bill. So anytime you buy a drink, even at non-alcoholic, so if you buy a coffee, if you buy whatever you get,
juice.
cold pressed juice, which is really good, by the way. If you get any of that stuff, 18% will get added on as gratuity for the crew. I also, another fun fact, I will bring kind of dollar bills and just kind of hand them out because not everyone gets that gratuity. So especially some of the other workers. So like that included gratuity, it only goes to certain people. So not all of them get it. Plus, like, I think it gets distributed across different people. So I think I found that most of the crew like getting cash. So just kind of fun fact.
Okay.
I've just started doing that recently.
Yeah.
So
even if you did
I do both.
Prepaid gratuity ahead?
Yeah, so I do prepaid. So prepaid gratuity, I think from what I heard, is that it definitely goes to your room steward, so your cabin attendant who's taking care of you there. It also goes to the people in the main dining restaurant. After that, I'm not exactly sure. I did hear that a lot of the other, kind of crew aren't involved in that kind of tip sharing. So especially like if you see like a worker walking around or like cleaning up or something like that, like a lot of them don't get that.
They're the ones. I feel terrible now, you guys.
Oh no, I mean
more.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I do is just trying to give a little bit of love to everyone because they all work so hard. So if you don't know, most of these people work like 12, 14-hour days, and this is for every single day. So most of you, like we get a weekend off or something, they work 7 days a week. They work so hard for us, and they usually have a smile. They usually, like, so many of them will remember your name. Like, I forget everyone's name. So I can't imagine doing that. So they all work so hard, and they're all incredible.
Yeah. So why cruise? Like we could just go to this Cabo where we were just at, stay at the resort, be at the little stuff, do all the little activities. What's cruising do, or do you recommend cruising above that?
That is a great question. So here's also why I started cruising is that the lighting looks so good here. Okay, we'll keep that in there. Hey, look how good we look. Yeah. Okay. So is that cruising, it's kind of like all-inclusive. It's kind of like a package deal where so many things are included, logistics, all that. So here's how I think about it is think about it like price per day. For the most, so when I'm booking cruises, I'm looking at things that are anywhere from $50 to $100 a day. And that includes everything. So that includes, like, imagine getting a hotel room for less than $100 a day, paying food for less than $100 a day, going somewhere, right? So all of these things are things that are included. So, like, once you get on the ship, so most of my earlier trips were just kind of included trips. Like, I paid for my cruise and that was it. Like, I didn't spend any extra money. And you could totally do that. You can have a blast doing that. So you just, you can get on a cruise for a few $100s. So you do that. It's so much less expensive than going anywhere. So yes, you can fly to Cabo, get an all-inclusive resort there and have something similar. But guess what? You also just paid for your flight and airfare. And then the all-inclusive resort. So think of a cruise as an all-inclusive resort that travels.
Okay.
So that's really why I love cruising so much. Is just it's a great deal for your money, and not only that, there's a lot of like for me, I'm kind of that like I want to get the most bang for my buck. Some of you are like that. That's more me. So like I figured out how to get an interior cabin that has an upgrade with a free couch, things like that, or like a bigger interior cabin for the same amount of money. That's kind of how I am. There are other people who are like, okay, wait. I got the Amex Platinum, like I want the lounge access, I want all those perks. You can also do that too. You can get a suite. There's, so there's that whole spectrum of people who can have on a cruise ship and have the same kind of fun. So, yeah.
That's what's up. So give me the game. This is my first cruise. So I feel like it was cheap, but then it's not. So will I benefit more as I cruise more? I don't want to keep spending the same amount. I don't want to put it out there, but I just heard that the more I cruise, the more I save.
Yes and no. Okay, so here's the thing. There are kind of maybe two main categories of ways that might be true. The more you cruise, the more you save. So the first one is really kind of what they call casino offers. This is what I've heard the majority of people, you hear someone who has like a cruise for free, it's most likely because they got a casino offer. These are people who go spend hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of dollars on a cruise. So for me, here's my take on this. It would be awesome to do that, but you also have to think about it as an investment because it's not a free cruise. If you talk to these people and you find out how many thousands or tens of thousands of dollars they are spending in a casino, that's where their money's going. They get a free cruise because of how much money they spend at the casino. So they're paying for it just in a different way. It's kind of like a fun way to say, oh, I got a free cruise. I think it's kind of like, oh, and a lot of people also talk about this for Carnival. So a lot of people say, oh, Carnival penny pinches. You got to pay for this and this and this. Okay, here's my 2 cents on that is, okay, well, one, Carnival is by far the least expensive cruise, at least of the major brands. The only other cruise line that I found you can get it for less is Margaritaville at Sea. That's kind of like almost most people, more often than not, people don't like that one. Just super cheap. Carnival, you can find really good deals, but a pretty good value for it. That's the thing. So for me is that there are a lot of other lines that are quote unquote better. So I'll get comments say, oh, like Celebrity or Princess or this, they'll do it for free. Okay, yeah, but for me is you're paying 3 or 4 times at least, or 5 times the amount for that. So I can spend $400 or $500 for a cruise. You might spend $2,000. So yes, I would expect something for free. I don't mind spending $3 for a donut because I just spent $1,500 less than you, and I can go on 3 more cruises. So that's my perspective. Similar thing for that is that. Yeah, is that kind of take is, okay, with the casino offers, you can do that. So if you are the type of person who loves to gamble, you can get some amazing deals, some amazing offers. If you're not, the other way that people kind of get things by cruising more often is just by the loyalty or rewards perks. And that's basically kind of like imagine like airline miles or things like that. It's basically the more you cruise, you kind of step up the tier or you get some stuff. Right, so when you go on your first Carnival cruise, you get a blue card. And it's like, oh, this is my first time on a cruise. So you look around, you see someone with a blue card. You know, okay, if they look like they're lost, it's because they are lost because they've never been on a ship, any Carnival ship. So that blue card is what tells you that they're on they're brand new. And then once you do that, you step up. You've got a red card. Red card means that you've been there at least once. All right, so you've been there a few times. Okay, you kind of know. Some stuff. Okay, so that's a red card. And then the next year is gold. And this is where you actually start getting some stuff. Not a lot. It's like, oh, you get on sailings of, I think it's like 5 days or longer, you get a free drink. You can get a free bottle of water. I think that's about it.
What?
Yeah, and
for
that's...
the gold card?
Yeah, for gold. And so that's like, I'm trying to think. That's, I think... 10 sailing days. I don't know. Something. It's like, okay. So it's quite a bit. Like you've spent thousands of dollars and you get a free water. Cool. Then up next is Platinum. Okay, so another fun fact: the Carnival in June 2026 is about to change all of this. So I'm going to kind of give you both versions. Right now, you get you move up levels by how many days you spend at sea. The next level up is Platinum. This is where you actually start seeing some cool stuff. Like you get priority, right? So if you did right now, if you want to, you can pay for faster to the fun, and that means you kind of get in line first. You get priority boarding, you get priority tender, something like that. If you're diamond or platinum, if you're platinum or diamond, you get that as one of the perks. You also get free laundry, some other stuff like that. There's a free party. So those are the kind of quote unquote free things you get. a lot of not a lot. Some of those things you can pay for. So Faster the Fun is kind of your way of paying for the perks of status, right? So it's kind of like for those of you who are like, oh, I've got my Amex Platinum, like I can get into the airport lounges. It's kind of like that. Okay, you were gonna say something?
No, I'm just listening. I'm getting the game, you guys, because I want to do some more cruising. You know, CaligurlDesigner's been in Panama, stationary, but now this moving around thing is something that I might consider. So don't be surprised if you see me like following this guy around. I'm not a stalker, but just a little bit. So yeah, I'm enjoying this day. I feel like it's been great meeting people too. Like, so are you a solo traveler?
I am solo. So another thing, I am a solo and single traveler. I learned there's a difference. But okay, so I travel solo usually. Sometimes I have friends that join with me, but I think now I just cruise so much that most of the time I end up coming by myself, and I actually really like it. So unfortunate part is I have to pay for two. That's just how it works. But I get the whole cabin to myself, and I can meet fun, amazing people. Right?
Yeah, I'm a solo traveler too. I guess solo and single, I better start disclosing that too, but I usually just go. But I came with my family in this one, so I was thinking, even without my family, everyone's so friendly. Like you said, the help is they know your name. I buy the cold pressed juice in the morning, so now he looks for me every morning to come bring my juices. You know, I feel like, yeah, I'm liking it so far. And I had hit this guy up when I saw that he was coming on this cruise, and I was like, I gotta get him on the channel to share with you guys. So you guys, more to come on this cruise stuff. So they have to follow you, so just drop your handles. Where can they see your videos and get the game on this cruise life?
Yeah, so I'm on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Look me up, Ruben's Random Sandwich. Yeah, so I'd love for you guys to watch.
Yes, you guys.
And make sure you subscribe to her. I know a lot of you are watching and aren't subscribed, so smash that like button, hit that subscribe.
And tap the notification bell, because I have so much more to share, and I don't want you to miss it. Yes, thanks so much for watching today, you guys. I share, you share, we share together. I'm Cali Girl, and
Ruben's Random Sandwich.
Yes, and that's our digital nomad and cruise lifestyle. Deuces. Yeah.